Short and simple movie reviews. Hosted by Andy and Yasmin. Answering the question, is this movie for you?
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Is This Movie For You podcast. It's the podcast that reviews movies simply and answers if the movie is for you. I'm Andy. We have Yasmin here as well, and this time around we have reviewed Blade Runner 2049. I know.
So this is the follow-up movie to the original Blade Runner, which was set in about this sort of time, but it was made back in the 80s. So, in the present time right now, the movie's set in the future again. So 2049, as the title would suggest. It follows Ryan Gosling, who plays Officer K. He's part of the LAPD, and he's like the new Blade Runner, which means he hunts down defective robots like the previous Blade Runner movie did, and he unearths a long-buried secret. And that's all we're going to say, because otherwise we'll totally give the whole plot away.
Yeah, and what a plot it is. What a plot it is. Yasmin, it features Harrison Ford, Ryan Gosling, like you said, Robin Wright, who you would have seen in
House of Cards.
House of Cards, and a whole cast of other people, including Jared Leto.
Yes, I love Jared Leto from 30 Seconds to Mars.
Because I was like,
so
oh my God,
excited.
I recognise that guy.
Yeah.
And then, found out just then it's Jared Leto. Crazy stuff.
Yes, I love him. He's so good.
Well, speaking of love, how did you like the movie?
It wasn't really my cup of tea. I was sort of shifting around in my seat a bit.
Yep. Because it's a fantasy science fiction film, okay? So are you into this sort of movie?
This certainly wouldn't be my fantasy movie, that's for sure.
Okay, all right. No Channing Tatum, of course.
Well, there is Ryan Gosling. That sort of saved it a little.
True
but not really a feel-good movie in my opinion.
No, it's a fairly dark movie. Intense story as well.
Yeah, it was pretty intense, but the actors in the film all played really good parts. So it was very believable, and you could certainly pick up on the emotions that they were trying to portray and that sort of thing. But just for me, the style of movie isn't really my cup of tea. Yeah,
we saw it in VMAX, so that was extra special, super crazy sound. Did you like that?
I loved the sound. It was very loud. I guess there was a big contrast because the quiet bits are really dead quiet for so much of the film, and then there's a gunshot or something, and literally I was jumping out of my seat a couple of times.
Yeah, I did notice that.
Thanks for the support.
So you didn't like it that much, but I quite liked it.
You liked it?
Yeah,
what did you like about it?
Well, I mean, it's kind of hard when you talk to people for the movie and they go, this is going to be the biggest movie of the year. And it's like already put in my head that it's going to be the biggest movie of the year. So when I go in there, I'm quite excited. And then everything that happens after that, I'm just happy with it. I enjoyed it. This movie's obviously, male skewed.
Yeah, oh, definitely,
Do you know what I mean?
Definitely. It's not a chick flick. There's no cute puppies or babies or
unless I missed
love scenes, really.
There were some love scenes, but they were quite different.
Yeah.
If you know what I'm saying. You understand this when you see the movie. So I actually quite enjoyed it. I would definitely recommend it if you're into sci-fi for sure.
Probably not if you have a short attention span.
Yes. Yeah, there was a few parts where it sort of did drag along, but I think it was well necessary for how the movie was made.
Yeah, it did feel a bit long in some parts, but towards the end, it did really draw you in, I think.
Yeah, and I really loved the Blade Runner soundtrack. How would you describe it?
It sounds like someone's holding a piece of metal, like a sheet metal, and they're wobbling it.
I actually think it's how they made it. Like a wobble board.
Yeah.
It's like that, but heaps slow.
It's very futuristic.
Yeah.
It's like a big ship creaking or something.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I love that. I love the whole sound of it. The VMAX, you got to see it in VMAX or, the extra special sound that's around the place.
Yeah, I don't think it would be as good without seeing it in the cinemas. Yeah. Definitely a cinema movie. I think if you've got the time beforehand, sit down and watch the first Blade Runner, because they do sort of flow onto each other. Not heaps. You're not going to be totally clueless if you haven't seen the first. I hadn't seen the first, and they do have a little written blurb at the start to explain the whole situation, which is really good, but you'll probably appreciate it a bit more if you've seen the first one.
Yeah, for sure. So who would you take to the movie? Obviously not you.
Yeah, don't take me. So I'd say people who love sci-fi, love that sort of darker style movie, fans of the original. It's definitely really well done. The CGI is awesome. It really does feel like you're in a whole nother world.
Yeah, it does. And it sort of incorporates the 70s and 80s style movies and the original Blade Runner with like new CGI. That actually kind of excited me.
Yeah, it was awesome. I did think to myself, like, do they have no colour in 2049?
Yeah.
It was all very like...
monotone?
Yeah,
Is
it was
that
all
what you're
very
saying?
monochrome or
Yeah.
monotone, whatever it is.
Yeah, one colour.
Yeah, it was very much one colour. They
Yeah.
love their greys, which is very on trend for the season.
Yeah, it must have been. 2049, look out. We're just predicting it.
Who'd you take, Andy?
I would definitely take male friends and maybe chicks that are into dude movies. Pretty much, I'd take my dad, but not my mum. She'd probably freak out a little bit.
Yeah.
But definitely get your mates together and head along to it. Even if you're not like a sci-fi massive fan, but you're male, not being sexist, definitely head along there and check it out.
I guess the good thing about this movie is it's the sci-fi genre, but it didn't feel sci-fi. Like, to me, it didn't feel like a Star Wars or something like that.
Yep.
I don't really love the sci-fi and in the future sort of genres.
Yep.
But I did actually really like that part of the movie. Like, I didn't feel that it was too sci-fi. So if you're not a huge fan of sci-fi, you know, once you read up about the movie, if you think you might like it, but you're not too sure about sci-fi, just go and see it because, it's not too sci-fi.
Yep, cool. Well, how many hot dogs are you going to rate it then?
See, for me personally, I didn't love it, but I think I'm going to give it 4.
4.
4 hot dogs for me.
Do you realise it's out of 5? And what you just said is... So you're going to go 4?
Yeah, I'm going to go 4.
All right.
It was really well done. The actors all did an awesome job. There wasn't too many things you could really fault about it. Just in my personal taste, I didn't love it that much. How about you?
I'm going to give it a 4.5.
Ooh.
Yeah, I ever since Dunkirk, my view has changed on movies.
Yeah.
But it's still 4.5. I definitely recommend everyone go see it. Just experience it. All right. So head along to the movies, check it out. Let us know what you thought about it. Hit us up on the socials at isthismovieforyou, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, because we love to, hear what you think about the movies as well. To see if we're on par.
And don't forget to leave a 5-star review on iTunes for us too, please.
Yes, please, because that's pretty much how we get paid, in stars.
Give us your stars. Give us your love. We want the stars.
Yeah, absolutely. So head along to iTunes, give us a review. How many stars is that, Yasmin, you have to give us?
5.
Oh, yeah. OzCastNetwork.com if you want to listen to any of our old episodes. But we'll see you very, very soon at the movies.
Don't forget your popcorn.
Is This Movie For You podcast is part of the Ozcast Network.